Imagine this. You're deep in the Amazon jungle, alone, machete in hand, surrounded by a green hell of vines, jaguars, and rivers that stretch forever. Your body is battered, your food gone, and hostile tribes aim arrows at your chest. This is the true story of Ed Stafford, the first human to walk the entire length of the Amazon River, over 4,000 miles, 860 days, through the most dangerous wilderness on Earth. A journey of survival, madness, and unbreakable will. How do you endure when the jungle wants you dead?
Welcome to suspense, mystery, crime, horror, inspiration, survival. Phantom Archived. Subscribe.
April 2, 2008. The southern coast of Peru, where the Amazon River begins as a trickle in the Andes. Ed Stafford, a 32-year-old former British Army captain, stands ready to make history. His goal? To walk the entire length of the Amazon River, from source to sea, a feat no one has ever attempted. Beside him is his friend, Luke Collier, a fellow adventurer. They carry backpacks with machetes, a tent, minimal food, a GPS, and a satellite phone. No support team, no resupply plan. Just two men against the world's greatest jungle. The Amazon is a beast. 6 million square kilometers of dense forest, venomous snakes, piranha, and tribes untouched by the modern world. It's a place where nature rules, and humans are prey. The journey begins in the Andes, a brutal warm-up. Ed and Luke trek through icy peaks, their breath frosting in the thin air, aiming for the Amazon source at Apache Cliff. The terrain is unforgiving, jagged rocks, freezing winds, altitudes over 15,000 feet. After 2 months, they reach the source, a small spring high in the mountains. Ed kneels, touching the water that will guide him to the Atlantic. "This is it," he says, his voice steady. They've already conquered what most would call an expedition, but this is just the start. The Amazon basin lies ahead, a labyrinth of rivers, swamps, and jungle so thick it swallows the sun. As they descend into the jungle, the real challenge begins. The forest is a living wall. Vines tangle their feet, thorns tear their skin, mosquitoes swarm in clouds. They hack through with machetes, each step a battle. Luke struggles, the humidity crushing him. 3 months in, he quits, unable to face the endless green. Ed is alone. He teams up with Gadiel Cho Sanchez Rivera, a Peruvian forestry worker, who joins him in the Red Zone, a lawless region of drug traffickers and terrorists. The jungle grows darker, more hostile. Ed's GPS fails, their food runs low, and the river stretches endlessly. This is impossible, locals tell him. Ed grits his teeth. "Watch me." Ed and Cho press on, wading through swamps, crossing rivers in inflatable pack rafts. They fish for piranhas, their only food some days, tying sewing needles together when lines snap. The jungle is alive. Jaguars prowl, anacondas slither, pit vipers wait in the undergrowth. One night, Ed steps on a venomous snake, its fangs missing him by inches. His heart pounds, sweat soaking his shirt. They run out of money halfway through, forcing Ed to post YouTube videos with PayPal links, crowdfunding their survival. "We're not giving up," he vows, his voice raw. But the jungle doesn't care. It's a monster, testing their every limit. What would you do, facing a jungle that wants you dead? Could you keep going with no food, no money, just will? Tell us in the comments, and subscribe to Phantom Archived for more stories of defiance. Danger stalks them. In Peru's Red Zone, drug traffickers mistake Ed for a spy. He's held at gunpoint, rifles pressed to his chest, his hands raised. "I'm just walking," he pleads, his Spanish halting. They let him go, but the threat lingers. Later, in a remote Ashaninka village, warriors surround them, bows drawn, arrows aimed. The tribe believes Ed is a pelatada, a mythical gringo who steals body parts. Cho negotiates, calm but firm, and they escape death by inches. Ed's arrested twice, once for drug smuggling, once for murder when a villager goes missing. Locked in a wooden hut for 8 hours, he wonders if he'll ever walk free. The jungle isn't just nature, it's a battleground. The physical toll is brutal. Ed's body wastes away, his weight dropping to skin and bone. Leishmaniasis, a parasitic skin disease, eats at his flesh. A botfly burrows into his scalp, its larvae wriggling under his skin. He removes it with a knife, blood dripping, his hands shaking. The mental strain is worse. Alone at night, the jungle's noises, howls, rustles, screams haunt him. He thinks of his family, his adoptive parents in Leicestershire, the life he might lose. "Why am I doing this?" he whispers, staring into the fire. But something burns inside him, a need to prove the impossible, to conquer the Amazon. Days blur into weeks, weeks into months. Ed and Cho cover 7 kilometers a day, sometimes less, hacking through jungle, crossing rivers, dodging alligators. They eat smoked tortoise when food runs out, salting it over a fire. Their pack rafts are lifesavers, inflated 6 times a day to cross tributaries. Ed's boots rot, his feet blistered and bleeding. The humidity is a wet blanket, the heat suffocating. In Brazil, they navigate with a 1 to 4 million map, useless for detail after the military denies them better charts. Ed's compass becomes his lifeline, guiding them through a green maze. Every step is a fight, every day a test. What would you hold on to, lost in the Amazon for months? A dream? A loved one? Share your story in the comments and hit subscribe to Phantom Archived to never miss a tale of endurance. The jungle fights back. In Colombia, floods turn the forest into a swamp, their rafts nearly capsizing. Ed nearly drowns, his pack dragging him under. In Brazil, they're chased by machete-wielding villagers, their shouts echoing through the trees. Ed runs, his heart hammering, Cho at his side. They hide in the undergrowth, breathless, waiting for silence. Starvation stalks them. They go days without food, their bodies weak, their minds foggy. Ed dreams of steak, of home, of anything but piranhas. But he keeps moving, driven by a stubborn fire. "I'm finishing this," he growls, his voice barely a whisper. The people of the Amazon become their lifeline. Brazilian villagers welcome them with meals, rice, beans, fish, children cheering as they arrive. Ed's Spanish improves, then Portuguese, bridging the gap. Cho becomes his brother, their trust unbreakable. "We're in this together," Cho says, his eyes steady. Ed nods, grateful. The jungle changes Ed. He sees deforestation up close, trees felled, rivers poisoned, tribes displaced. He blogs for the Prince's Rainforests Project, sharing stories of vanishing habitats, inspiring schools worldwide. This isn't just a walk, it's a mission. Months turn into years. By 2010, Ed's a ghost of himself. Gaunt, bearded, his clothes in rags. The Atlantic is close, the river widening, the jungle thinning. August 9th, 2010, Maruta Beach, Brazil. Ed and Cho step onto the sand, the ocean roaring before them. Ed falls to his knees, tears mixing with salt water. "We did it," he chokes out. 860 days, over 4,000 miles. They've walked the Amazon, a world first, a feat Sir Ranulph Fiennes calls truly extraordinary. The media erupts. BBC, CNN, National Geographic. Ed's a hero, his name in the Guinness World Records. Could you walk 4,000 miles through jungle, facing death daily? What would keep you alive? Tell us in the comments, and subscribe to Phantom Archived for more stories of unbreakable spirit. Ed returns to England, his body healed, his soul changed. He writes Walking the Amazon, a bestseller that bears his struggles, fear, doubt, resilience. He marries Laura Bingham, a fellow explorer, and they raise a family.
Cho visits England, learning rugby, their bond enduring. Ed hosts survival shows, Naked in the Road, First Man Out, sharing his grit with the world. The Amazon becomes his life's work, a call to protect its tribes, its wildlife, its future.
The Amazon is Earth's lungs, its greatest wilderness, home to 400 tribes and countless species. Ed's walk, recognized by Guinness World Records, shines a light on its beauty and its destruction. His journey joins the ranks of epic feats, Shackleton's Antarctic survival, Herzog's Annapurna climb. It's a testament to human endurance, a warning of what we stand to lose. Ed's story isn't just about survival, it's about fighting for a world worth saving. Ed Stafford walked into the Amazon's heart, alone, outgunned, and outmatched. He should have died. Instead, he conquered it, step by grueling step. His story is a beacon. No matter how wild the jungle, the human spirit can prevail. What would you do, lost in the Amazon's grip? Would you find the strength to survive? Ed did, and his odyssey lives on. Ed Stafford's walk was more than a journey. It was a war against nature, fear, and doubt. He emerged not just alive, but changed, a voice for the Amazon, and a symbol of what we can achieve. Thank you for joining Phantom Archived on this epic odyssey. If Ed's story moved you, give this video a like, share it with a friend, and subscribe to never miss a tale. We're here to tell the stories that matter, tales of courage, survival, and hope. See you in the next one.